What's up, everybody? It's your boy Crumpdiddy, and in today's video, I want to talk about both Pokemon Go and Sun and Moon. Now, Pokemon Go is taking over the world. It's making millions and millions of dollars a day in profit, which is something more than any Pokemon game that's ever come out on the handhelds can ever say. And it's attracting millions of new fans. It's got companies going crazy trying to buy out Pokestops, and get more revenue and business and traffic flowing into the stores. It's got people going crazy all over the world. The Pokemon fever that's been dead for pretty much 14 years has finally been revived thanks to Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is basically on everybody's social media timeline. And yes, while people are making fun of it, there's also millions of more that are loving it. And come to think about it, Pokemon Go has become so big, they're already talking about upcoming features that they want to implement into the game. They want to implement, of course, a leadership board to see who's the top trainer on the block so you can go fuck them up. They got also upcoming live events for when they come out with legendary Pokemon, and they want everybody to be participating in the event. They're going to have that coming out. They're going to also implement the whole thing of you trading and battling with other people on the street. And, of course, battling wild Pokemon either to make it easier to catch them or just to train your Pokemon to increase their CP power. So, obviously, with all these features that they have planned in the works, on top of them coming out with new Pokemon, obviously, to complete the roster from different generations to increase replay value, you have to sit down and think, man, this is almost sounding pretty much 100% identical to a Pokemon game that we're used to on the handheld. Now, with Sun and Moon coming out, obviously they're going to have some implementation for the game. The Pokemon Go and Sun and Moon are going to probably talk to each other as they said they would. So I think that the communication between the two games are going to probably be like, hey, if you want more Pokemon Gold coins, you got to do these events in Sun and Moon, or you got to beat the game, or you got to beat, for every gym leader you beat, you get gold coins that you can transfer to Go. Hey, if you want this legendary Pokemon, you got to do this in Pokemon Go or this in Sun and Moon. Like, they're going to probably obviously implement communication between the two platforms to, hey, if you want this, you got to do this in this game, and if you want that, you got to do this in that game. And, of course, the typical trading or whatever of Pokemon between each other. Yeah, they're going to do that. But my thing is this. If Nintendo is making millions of dollars a day in profit off of Pokemon Go, and they're planning on implementing all these features within the year of this whole year that's coming out, 2016 to 2017, they're planning on coming out with all these features that are going to pretty much make it identical to a core series game, and they're making millions of dollars doing it. Wouldn't that mean that Sun and Moon is probably going to be the last core series games that we see that implements the same typical copy and paste Game Freak formula where we get a new region, new Pokemon to battle and capture, 8 gyms, Elite Four, legendary Pokemon, Evil Organization. The same typical copy and paste formula we've seen for the last 20 years, 16 to 20 years, depending on, what region, what part of the world you started in. So, I mean, think about it. Is Game Freak going to just continue making the same core series games every 3 years when they have something like Pokemon Go that has the potential to continue to get bigger and better and more popular, overshadowing them? I mean, yeah, Sun and Moon's going to be able to talk to Pokemon Go, and you're going to be able to trade and do all these certain things or whatever to benefit off each other. But that's just because both were pretty much in the works around the same time. But what about future games? I mean, think about it. Pokemon Go has more active Pokemon players than the Game Boy games itself. It's the app is breaking records. It's the most used app of all time right now. So you think about it and say it's got more. Nintendo sees it as we got millions of more players around the world playing Pokemon on this platform. We're making millions of dollars a day in profit, which we have never been able to do that in any of the games on the handhelds. Because, yeah, it costs hundreds of millions of dollars to make a game, and yeah, we probably make our money back plus profit when people buy the copies of the game, but that's it. Eventually, the profit dies out because people stop buying the game over the months, and that's it. But Pokemon Go is making money every single day. So, does that mean Game Freak is going to have to step up their game? Does that mean they're going to have to make something a bigger and better Pokemon game that's going to be able to coexist with the app? I mean, think about it. The game is free, as where the other games are not. You got to go pay $30, $40 for these games when they come out every 2 or 3 years. Pokemon Go, which seems to be, according to people, more fun than just sitting at home playing with your Game Boy, the crowd is divided, is what I see. So I mean, I feel like Sun and Moon are the last games we're going to see that carry over that same typical copy and paste formula we have grown to love and hate at the same time for the last 16 to 20 years. I think Game Freak now has no other alternative, no other choice but to step up their game and make a bigger and better Pokemon game with more immersive features, everything you could think of. I think now more than ever, this makes sense for a Pokemon MMORPG. Probably. I know a lot of people are like, "You're never gonna make it, bro, because Tamashi Hiroka, she said it would never happen," and no, shut up, bro. Don't close the possibilities. Do not be closed-minded, because nowadays with technology and money, anything is possible. I think Game Freak is gonna have to step up their game. I think this is gonna give them no other option if they want to continue to make Pokemon bigger and better and keep that fever alive. They're going to have to make, and they want to continue to make core series games to go along with the anime or whatever. They're going to have to make a game bigger and better, something different, something that takes a different spin. Something that's going to make us want to be a Pokemon Go player, but at the same time make us be a Pokemon trainer on the Game Boy or whatever the name of the new handheld's going to be. Perhaps maybe when Nintendo NX supposedly being a hybrid system where it's a home console system, but at the same time the controller is like a fucking way better beefed up 3DS that you can take on the go to take your next gen gaming on the go. Perhaps maybe we get a Pokemon game that's not 2D anymore. Or 2D/3D. Maybe we get a full immersed 360 3D game of Pokemon. That could be a change right there on its own. None of this 2D/3D hybrid shit that we see with these last two games that came out. Give us like an open world game like a Pokemon. Something, there's been a lot of people that have been doing it online, making their own projects, and they get shut down by Nintendo or they run out of funding. If broke people in their mom's basement can make an open world 3D Pokemon game, why can Nintendo do it? Now apparently they're making the money to do so. But I don't know. I just feel like, guys, that Sun and Moon is going to be the last of the core series games that we see play and operate the way we've known Pokemon games to play and operate for the last 20 years. Especially if Pokemon Go is going to implement features that make it identical to a core series game, only obviously more interactive on your cell phone. So, guys, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I don't know. It's your boy Crumpdiddy. Peace.